Marco, go ahead, please.
Mr. President, I wanted to ask you, Iran executed 3 people this week.
Terrible.
You have vowed strong action in the past. What message would you send?
Well, we've been hitting them awfully hard. I mean, I don't know if you can possibly get hit harder, but these are thugs and animals and horrible people. But you can't hit anybody harder than we've hit them. But I'm not surprised. They executed 3 young people for protesting.
And do you plan to escort those ships through the Strait of Hormuz with or without allies?
We're doing very well there. We're doing very well overall. You know, we don't use the strait. We don't. The United States. We don't need it. Europe needs it. Korea, Japan, China, a lot of other people. So they'll have to get involved a little bit on that one.
Mr. President, do you still want South Korea support the United States?
Yeah. What about it?
Do you still want South Korea support?
Well, I love South Korea. We have a great relationship with South Korea. We're helping South Korea a lot.
Mr. President, do you think Israel will be ready to end the war when you're ready to end the war?
So. Yeah.
Mr. President, Mr. President,
the relationship's a very good one. I think so.
Mr. President,
we want more or less similar things. You know what we want? We want victory, both of us, and that's what we've got.
Mr. President,
What's your plan for Card Island? What's your plan for Card Island?
You know, I may have a plan or I may not, but how would I ever say that to a reporter? If I said that to a reporter, Marco would say, "Please, sir, let's bring you over to the helicopter immediately." Right? No, I can't tell you that.
Mr. President, the economic pain.
Certainly a place that's people are talking about, but I can't say. Yeah.
Are you ruling out ground troops there, though?
Epicure affect talks with Russia on Ukraine?
What about it?
Are the talks on back burner right now because of
No, we're talking about it. I think it'll get done.
When do you expect the next round of talks to take place?
They take place almost every day. We're making a lot of progress.
Mr. President, you said that the war was militarily won in Iran. What did you mean by that? You said the war was militarily won in Iran. What did you mean by that?
Oh, I think we've won. We've knocked out their Navy, their Air Force. We've knocked out their anti-aircraft. We've knocked out everything. We're roaming free. From a military standpoint, all they're doing is clogging up the strait. But from a military standpoint, they're finished.
So how much longer should the American people expect it to go?
You said opening the Strait of Hormuz is a simple military maneuver.
Very simple.
Yeah, but what did you mean by that?
It's a simple military maneuver. It's relatively safe, but you need a lot of help in the sense of you need ships, you need volume. And NATO could help us, but they so far haven't had the courage to do so. And others could help us, but you know, we don't use it. You know, at a certain point, it'll open itself at a certain point. But we've defeated the enemy, and they are an enemy. They're a sick group of people. The leadership is gone, the Navy is gone, the Air Force is gone, the anti-aircraft equipment that they have, the radar they have is all gone, everything's gone. The strait itself, the actual strait, how are you?
Hi.
The strait itself is, we're doing a good job, but it would be nice if the countries, including China, if the countries that use it, China uses it 90% of their energy, Japan is 95% of the energy. It would be nice if those countries would get involved.
What did you call it?
What? I thought she did a good job yesterday.
the American bases in Europe, Lindsey Graham has asked for you to reconsider the American bases in Spain, in Germany, after what they have done in the Strait of Hormuz. What's your take?
Well, it deserves. He's right about asking that, and I think NATO's gone down a long way because they haven't. I mean, they should be helping with the strait. They get much of their energy from the Strait of Hormuz, and if Lindsey Graham said that, and don't forget, he was the big NATO guy for a while, and now he's not. And a lot of senators and congressmen, they were big. They're very upset with the fact that NATO has done nothing.
Pope Leo is calling for a ceasefire in the Middle. Pope Leo is calling for a ceasefire in the Middle East and to reopen dialogue. What do you say to the Pope?
Well,
sir?
look, we can have dialogue, but we don't. I don't want to do a ceasefire. You know, you don't do a ceasefire when you're literally obliterating the other side. They don't have a Navy. They don't have an Air Force. They don't have any equipment to. They don't have any spotters. They don't have anti-aircraft. They don't have radar, and their leaders have all been killed. at every level. We're not looking to do that.
Definitely, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sir, Chuck Norris.
I thought he was a great guy. Wow. Yeah, he was a supporter. Chuck Norris died. I didn't know that. He was a great guy. He was a really good, tough cookie. You didn't want to fight him, I can tell you. He was a tough, great guy and he was a great supporter. Wow, that's too bad. Tell his family highest respect. Okay? Great man. I know him. I get along with him great, and I probably would.
Do you want to make a deal with him? Do you want to make a deal with Vito Bellower?
Well, I get along with him very well.
Are you deploying the additional troops for deterrence or to optimize your operational capability?
Well, I would say this, that if I told you the answer to that question, my military people would be very happy. So we have a lot of troops, we have unlimited ammunition, we have the greatest equipment in the world, and we are decimating Iran. It's about time. And frankly, it should have been done long before me. It should have been done before other
Polls have shown that MAGA is essentially unified behind you as a Republican when it comes to Iran. There's been reports that the United States might be sending 2,500 Marines to the Middle East. Are you concerned that a move like that could potentially change the unity?
Well, I don't know. I seem to have great support because CNN came out with a poll today that I'm at 100%. And they said they've never seen a poll like that. The CNN poll said I'm at 100%, and they've never seen that before, which is an honor. I was